Hi, my name is Matt Whitaker, and this is a little bit of a story about my 1947 Buick Roadmaster, which happens to make it a Model 76C. I've always been a big Buick fan. My dad liked Buicks, and we grew up with Buicks in the family. I happened to cross a smaller series convertible in Syracuse, New York on eBay, and I purchased it. Decided that it was too far gone, and then I happened along this car, which hopefully later I'll be able to get some pictures to the gentleman filming this. The car had been run underneath the trailer in 1952, so they pulled the body off the frame, and they used the frame and running gear as a hay wagon. So the frame and running gear ended up being lost. I purchased the car out of New Mexico for $4,000. I had it shipped here. Then I proceeded to find the frame, engine, transmission, all the running gear, and what you see now is end result. It's been it was a 6-year-long project. We're still finishing up details here and there, but they're small, minor details, and it's pretty much an original car. So it's been a lot of fun, and it's great to be in a club where people are the driving factor, not just the vehicles that you work with. One of the things about these Buicks are a lot of the stuff on the older 40s Buicks. The stainless is about a 50-50 mix with the chrome. So the bumpers are chromed, but the grill, each one of these teeth are individual, and stainless can be repaired. It can be polished and without having the added cost of sending it out to be chrome. So all of the stainless I had to take apart, beat the dents out, sand it, then polish it up to a shine. This is legendary for 40s Buicks. After the war, during war efforts and after the war, this was considered a bomb site, which Buick made a lot of engines for our planes and tanks and so on and so forth. So the bomb site was a big thing for Buick in our pre-war and after-war, during the war efforts. So that's kind of a significant thing for Buick. The paint on the car is the original color of paint I chose to stay original with the car just so it would be as period as correct as possible. The engine, this is the original engine. It's been rebuilt, but it's essentially the right engine. It's 320 cubic inches, about 153 horsepower. So this, like I said before, is a Roadmaster, so the engine was larger in a Roadmaster than it was in the Special Series. Thus, the front fenders are longer, the hood's longer, so the engine could occupy the space that it needed in the car. Everything on the car has been restored by me. The only thing that I did not do myself was install the convertible top. I actually took it to a shop because I wanted that to be correct. The interior, I actually did the interior myself. Recovered the seats. I built the door panels. All of the carpet set. I was actually able to get the carpet set made the right dimensions and everything. Someone had a carpet set, so it wasn't fairly easy to get a carpet set for it. So essentially, Buicks were they were the proving grounds for Cadillac, for the General Motors division. So a lot of new things that happened in automobiles for General Motors, they happened in Buick before they happened in Cadillac. Buick actually ended up having a lot of things that Cadillac didn't have in the long run because engineers and designers decided that they didn't like it, so it never did get put into a Cadillac series car. So the trunks are very, very large on Buicks. When people actually traveled, they traveled in the cars and they took a lot of things with them. So a big trunk space was a big plus for people. So you'll always see that Buicks pretty well have a trunk space as wide as they could get and as deep as they could get on the car. So back in the true times, the spare tire was stored inside the car, not under the car. I really enjoy being a part of the Scranton region. I'm glad I'm on the board of directors. I think the club is making some crucial turns. We're trying to be more people-oriented instead of car-oriented. Things are changing in all sorts of clubs clear across the world. People are more involved in their smartphones and their digital lifestyles than they are in clubs. So we have to find ways to pique the interest of younger kids, getting them involved, find economical ways for kids to get involved in our community and keep them involved. That's one of the reasons why I like our car clinic. No, I'm not able to go all the time. I like going. The region's actually building a speedster right now. I think it's very beneficial. Next year I hope to have the car together enough so we can possibly bring it up here to the show so people can see what we're doing. Really, the cars are fine, but it's the people that make it worth the while. So that's my take on the car club, and I hope to see it continue to grow and become something more than we ever expected. So.